Hello and welcome to another brief episode, hopefully, of Capes and Scowls.
Really brief.
Yes, this is Shuster.
I'm Tim.
And we're going to be talking about the rumor, because that's what it is at the moment, of who Mary Jane Watson is in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Rumor roundup.
So far, it looks like the internet has not taken kindly to who supposedly is Mary Jane Watson, and that is Zendaya. I'm just going to pretend like I remember that. Zendaya, and no last name. So...
She's beyond last names.
She looks like a Disney star. Don't you think?
She does look like a Disney star because she is a Disney star.
Probably.
No, she is. She plays a character on Shake It Up. She has a show on the Disney Channel now. I guess
Zapped and Casey Undercover. Get your Disney Channel shows right.
Look, man, they're all the same. Trust me. The Disney Channel, I have kids, the Disney Channel is always on, they're all the same. They all feel the same. Somebody can sing.
Well, actually, looking at Wikipedia now, it says she's playing a character named Michelle. But the internet has said that she's going to be Mary Jane Watson. So, But the internet did explode. The internet was not happy with this.
No. Some people feel that her playing Michelle is a lie and she's actually casted for Mary Jane. I don't know where they're getting.
Part of the rumor, from what I heard, is that she will reveal herself as Mary Jane Watson at the end of the film, which is part of the rumor, or at least part of one rumor that I've heard.
Right. It's interesting. It's an interesting take. I'm not at all surprised that Disney owns Marvel and Marvel's casting out the Disney Channel. Then again, I mean, you're looking for a high school aged girl who has some talent. So there you go. She already knows their process. She already knows to fear the big mouse that's in charge. So.
But generally, the internet is not a fan.
Are you a fan?
Okay, this is where we lose audience members. Just remember, this is the exact moment. Stay. Yes, stay.
You made it this far. Why not stay?
I will.
Like that Lisa Loeb song.
I don't know what that is.
It was called "Stay."
Oh, how relevant.
As long as my brain pulled that.
As long as your brain is.
As long as my brain pulled that from '93 correctly. 93, 94, 92.
Sure.
93.
I mean, we could Wikipedia it, but we're
I really don't care. They don't care.
Yeah.
They're not there anymore.
We're not there anymore.
Whoa.
Well, my opinion is normally of comic purist, as they say. I'm a fan of if you haven't done the character right yet on film, mostly based on the comic, you should leave it to the comic book adaptation. Goes with everything. I wasn't a fan of the way they handled the Mandarin in Iron Man 3.
He loves the Mandarin.
The same thing, a little less with the Ancient One in Doctor Strange. I get the reasoning, but I feel like you could still not have such a caricature. You could tone that down and still, have it roughly what the comic had, instead of completely changing.
Your point of view is it should be as pure as possible to the comic. You want the comic exploding on the movie screen.
I want to see, and Marvel has done a great job of this. The comic coming off the page and onto the screen as best as you can in the movies, because you can't always be perfect. But they get it near perfect, and Marvel has almost
Civil War when they did the shield and
that was perfect, pure fanboy placement.
I nerded out a little.
We all did, and I'm okay with this.
That's when that movie became a little bit better to me. Like that moment, like it was already fine, but I'm just like, oh, this movie's amazing. It's that moment with the blasters to the shield at the end.
There was a lot there, but so. Needless to say, I mean, I was also in the camp of what's the actor's name? Human Torch in that fantastical Michael B. Jordan. I like Michael B. Jordan, but the character, I'm just gonna say, the character was white in the comics. I'm a purist.
Zendaya is not a
I'm
from New York.
You know what? I think I am. So and Zendaya may be a fantastic actress, and I'm a purist. I would like to see the exact copy on the screen.
Purist, not a racist, folks. That's the key here.
I didn't bring up racism. You did, but we're gonna leave it at that.
I mean, that is what this topic is ultimately about.
I'm trying to.
Some people.
I'm trying not to make it.
You have to clarify when you're saying, I don't want so and so to be, let's just say, black instead of white, because the character is typically white. You should paraphrase and just say, you're not a racist. This isn't us sitting here with our Confederate flag behind us. Now I've taken it to a
wow,
place.
This video was wholesome
It's
until
not.
you brought in the enemy of
the Confederate flag. They should have left it on the Dukes of Hazzard car. I'm just saying it was kind of wrong to take it off. I flip flop on my feelings of this Confederate flag, I guess.
If it was originally there, I'm a purist. I can't. The Confederates.
See? Now this is a good point.
This is a good point. I'm a purist. If you have the Confederate flag on the Lee, you have to leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a symbol of ridiculous things.
It's also a period piece. If you're remaking the Dukes of Hazzard, put Old Glory on top of the car or something. Don't have the Confederate flag on there again.
Yeah,
I can understand
but
that.
I'm a purist. If
So
you're going to
put the
remake
Confederate flag on there.
wave it, I don't know. I'm going to just stop right there.
Wave the flag. No, we got off on a tangent.
We did. It's what we do. It's what we do.
That's right.
But ultimately, I mean, I'm sure the internet has made it far worse sounding than me, but I'm a purist, and I would like to see a different actress. I hope this rumor is false. I'm looking forward to seeing her in the film as hopefully Michelle, as the Wikipedia article says.
Michelle.
Yeah, sure.
She's in his home.
Then again, they also cast 1 million people for the high school portion. There were weeks where I would just see, this person is cast in Homecoming, this person is cast in Spider-Man, and I'm just like, I don't know where this character's gonna go unless it's just redshirt, school person.
Yep.
I mean,
you can find the main cast amongst all the red shirts that'll be on.
So many red shirts.
Just a sea of red.
But I've been learning.
Yes, you have. I've been letting you.
Yes. Tim, what do you think?
I have said it on the podcast before. I am also a purist. I want it to be as close as possible to the comic. I feel who played Gwen Stacy in those other.
Gwen Stacy in Amazing?
Yes.
Yes, that was.
What's her name? Good old what's her name?
What's her name?
She did a great job.
Man, my memory is just.
It's all those.
That's why you're here, but if you're gonna.
It's all those whippets you do. You have a real problem.
I try. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people.
If you have a problem, you just go seek help.
I try to seek help. But yes, she was fantastic as Mary Jane.
I thought she was really good. I thought.
Oh man, that's good.
I thought she was
wait,
really
we're talking about Gwen Stacy.
I'm on Gwen Stacy.
Oh, you're on Gwen Stacy.
Yes, I think she.
Even though we're talking about Mary Jane,
it's the most recent example I can think in Spider-Man terms of somebody pulling off the character well. I don't know. I've always felt like you want it as close as possible. Do I think? And we've beaten this to death. If you listen to our podcast, by the way, CaseandScousePodcast.com. But and Rashid just did a great. Go back. What is it? Episode 42, 3,
41 or 41.
The all new, all different.
He had
Ultimate.
quite a good rant on that one.
Capes and Scouts.
Yes.
He summed it up the best. So if you just check that out.
Here's an example. They just I don't know the character's name, so don't hate me.
We don't know a lot of things.
But Iron Man is now a little black girl.
Yes.
For some reason.
For some reason, yes.
Okay. I'm not a fan of that because if I want to read an Iron Man comic, I generally want to read Tony Stark. But I digress. If they decide to put that character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I'm not going to hate it. It's in the comics. As long as her name isn't Tanya Stark or something.
As long as they don't cast a little white girl to play her. Now do you
understand? There we go. There's
That's
another one.
That's how we put it into great perspective.
Yes.
Are we in love with some of the decisions? Maybe not, because it's not that purist kind of thing that we go for. But if it's in the comics, make it like the comics. If they're going to do this character as Iron Man, then do it correctly and make it as accurate to that character.
And I've also had to acknowledge when a change has happened that isn't Puritan comics, and I've gone, yeah, that's pretty good. Heimdall. Idris Elba. When the movie came out, I wasn't into Thor. I didn't know much about Thor. I actually started reading Thor when I saw the film. And when I realized that the character wasn't black, I was like, I was intrigued. But he did fantastic. So, yeah, I don't want to see a change, but there are times where a change isn't terrible.
So what have we learned from all of this? There's a way we want it, then there's a way we usually get it.
Yeah.
And we're usually fine with it, as long as it happened in the comics.
Yeah.
You seem reluctant to agree to what I just said.
No, I was going to go into another tangent, but I think I made my point.
You can go on a tangent.
No, no tangent.
I got all day.
I was going to do a Nick Fury tangent.
Do a Nick Fury tangent, but that's awesome.
There's a comic book reason for Sam Jackson to play Nick Fury.
Yes, there is.
Boom, right there.
I like it.
Yeah.
Not much of a tangent.
No, I was, but you pointed out my reluctant tone, so I stopped.
Well, yeah. We can edit.
Dude.
We can just edit this out.
Dude, I can copy and paste edit like not like a pro.
No, it's like really sad.
No, it is.
Sloppy.
Yeah. You fine customers have been enjoying our editing. I mean, my editing, which has been fantastically choppy.
Choppy waters. The boat's about to capsize.
That was supposed to be a boat. Yeah. Ooh, tangents.
Well,
we'll see if this rumor is true. If it is, I gotta, we'll wait and see. I do prefer the purist angle.
As do I. As long as she can act, doesn't really matter. End of the day.
True.
Purist, but
wooden acting is gonna. I'm gonna just be like, see?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wave.
We'll take this video down from YouTube, and we'll be like, we said she was the perfect.
We're just gonna add on to the end. See what we were talking about. But hopefully we don't have to do that.
We're not gonna do that.
We're not gonna spend the time. We're not gonna do that.
God, no.
Yeah. But ultimately, good times. Well, that's it for Capes and Scowls.
Let's not edit that either.
No, we're going to keep that one in.
I like that one.
I'm Shuster.
I'm Tim.
Thank you again.